Alright, welcome back, Mech Warriors. After doing 2 random missions, the actual mission to go check out that Star League Fortress Castle Majiggy place has appeared, so that's what we're going to be doing today. But first, what we have to do is go through the process of upgrading our battle mechs, because we'll get these pieces, and what we're going to do is components. And then we're going to sort by the different types: ballistic, energy, missile, support weapon. And we're looking for the weapons like this that have a plus on them. And we're going to try to upgrade the ones that are basically worse versions on these other mechs. So let's see. I'm not going to upgrade the AC-20 because I already know I've got a pretty good one on. Over here we've got a large laser and a bunch of little medium lasers. These are the most common of the higher quality weapons that you're just going to scrounge up over time. So, the first one, I believe, is going to be the Cataphract. The Cataphract is, although in some ways the Cataphract is kind of getting obsoleted by the Awesome. However, the Cataphract still runs pretty quick. It has a pretty fast movement speed, so I don't think it's been replaced entirely. Like, it's starting to feel like it's getting replaced. And so what we're going to do is just pull out the old ones and put in the new ones. And there we go. I like to do the arms first because the arms are more accurate. And that's all there is to it.
Right.
And then we go back to components and look to see if there's any pieces that are left. We're not using LRM-5s. We are using an LRM-20, though. That would belong to the Stalker. And we will take this unupgraded one and replace it with a brand new enhanced LRM-20. Always good to do this in between your jumps between planets because, you know, what else would you be doing? I think I saw an SRM-6 that could be upgraded, so let's go ahead and pull this off of here. And let's go ahead and give it this enhanced SRM-6.
Logged and noted.
And let's see, nothing here. We don't need anything on the AC-20. We don't have any of those. We do have an LRM-15 that looks pretty nice, but I don't think any of our mechs are currently using an LRM-15. We also have this catapult, the Catapult C4 coming out of storage. So what's going to happen is we're going to set a course to the new area, and one day later, the catapult will be done, and then we will outfit it, because when it comes out of storage, it has no weapons equipped. They have to remove all the weapons in order to, so I'm going to hit the pause button here to stop the game from moving. Now, the Catapult C4 differs from the Catapult C1, which is the traditional catapult, in that it doesn't have as many energy hardpoints. The standard Catapult C1 carries 4 medium lasers. That would not be possible on this because it only has 2 energy hardpoints. And we're actually going to go for a configuration very similar to the stock config of this mech, which is going to be 2 LRM-20s, which hopefully we have. Oh, we're missing an LRM-20. Should have bought one, but we could leave it like this for now. If we find an LRM-20, what we could do is just stop. And it looks like it has double ammo. There's a new ammo tab, I think, now, because I downloaded the expansion to the game, which rearranges the UI a little bit. The expansion stuff doesn't appear in the campaign, though, which is fine. I like to have kind of a vanilla campaign experience. We need 4 heavy jump jets, which is good. I like jump jets on this mech. I'm going to deviate from the stock config and put them in this formation. If you're wondering why I like to do this, I just like the way it looks when the thrusters go off. I like to see the thrusters in both legs and on the torso. I guess you could argue that if one of the legs goes, I don't lose as many jump jets, but the legs don't go too frequently. And what else does it have? It has 2 small lasers. I don't think I'm going to do small lasers. I think I'm going to do machine guns. In fact, yeah, I'm gonna do... Wait, what? That's not machine guns. That's machine gun ammo. Let's put in a machine gun here, and let's go ahead and put a machine gun ammo somewhere. Actually, that might not fit, will it? Yeah, so we have to do small lasers. Because once we put these small lasers in, we will have exactly enough room for the LRM-20, because the LRM-20 costs 10 tons, so we'll just kind of sit on it like that, letting us know that we haven't filled up all of its tonnage. That's fine.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
So we're just going to unpause the game. And what I'm going to do is, on each stop, I'm going to see if, although it looks like it won't let me, I might not be able to stop ordering our ship from traveling. I guess we'll find out. Solaris Championship, that's basically this crazy professional mech gladiatorial event. Darius stops by your quarters to recite an invitation. On behalf of our barracks denizens, I am formally charged with requesting your attendance at an assembly of mech warriors in the lounge this evening. Libations will be consumed alongside a screening of the recent Solaris Championship. In a less official tone, Darius adds, Mach 10 managed to pick up an official holovid somehow. I expect that our mech warriors are going to watch the fight and get very drunk. Why not? I guess the mech warriors will want to see the company leader there. As you arrive in the lounge, Big Mac is saying, come on, we all know it's going to be Norton again. Mach 10 elbows him and nods to you. We're about to get started, Commander. Take any seat. The Solaris Championship is about as one-sided as expected, but the real highlight of the evening occurs when Big Mac and Mach 10 get into an alcohol-fueled argument over the relative merits of the mechs involved. Of course, people are going to debate, you know, like that's a big thing in Solaris culture is everyone has to spend their days arguing over, like, the pilots and the mechs, you know, just like boxing or any other sport. Is it unpaused? Okay, no, it was just taking its moment to actually jump. If the Catapult C4 is not ready by the upcoming mission, that's also fine, because the Catapult C4 will not be deployed. Okay, we can stop. So what we could do now is pause, unless too much time has passed and it's going to jump. Nope, it's going to jump. I would have checked the store to see if they're selling any LRM-20s, but our ship is just hopping along. Let's see. Selling any LRM-20s? Oh, you are. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to travel to this system.
Calculating course now, Commander.
And now we have basically canceled our... We've canceled our trip over there.
Job's done, Commander.
And now, before we can buy, we actually have to get into orbit with the planet. You can't buy in transit there. I like watching see them unfolding. The pods, I like watching that. Oh, we're back on Weldry. Interesting. Oh, so I guess some of the new mechs are going to show up here. The Archer or the Vulcan. Those are not mechs that are in the standard game. Those are all expansion mechs. Yeah, here's weaponry for the ammunition for the LBX autocannon. Okay, so the expansion stuff will show up. I'm not going to use any of the expansion stuff, though, because I want to save the new stuff for a follow-up series where we do the career mode, which is like the sandbox mode. So too bad they don't have the option to, like, take those off, like, just to, like, remove them from being accessible. That would be nice, just to have a purely vanilla experience. Okay, now we can finish completing the catapult. And we'll just move the ammo to the bottom because it drives me nuts. There. There's no reason. The order is not important. I just like the weapons up top and the ammo down below. Okay, so the catapult is an interesting mech. Just the C4 basically doubles down on the missiles. It has a pair of LRM-20s instead of LRM-15s. And what's interesting is if we were playing the Mech Warrior series, which is the game where you're actually piloting the mechs and all of your allies are computer controlled, I would prefer the Catapult C1, but in this game I prefer the Catapult C4, and that's because when you're piloting the mech, you have to rely a lot more on yourself.
That work order you submitted?
You have to rely on... Looks like we're paying... approaching 650,000, but not quite. Looks like we're not building anything in engineering, so we're wasting time there. Let's go ahead and... let's get Beta Pod up, or Gamma Pod up and running.
Team on it right away.
With Gamma Pod up, we'll be able to finish the medical area, which is one of the things that is still taking longer than I would like. Anyway, so yeah, in the cockpit game where you're actually piloting the mech, you have to rely more on yourself, so having a mech that is missile-focused, like the Catapult C1, but it still has 4 medium lasers, which is pretty formidable to light and medium mechs. Like, that's, you know, it's it's enough to shoo them away, or destroy them. Like, 4 medium lasers is decent damage. But, you know, that's because you need to be more independent, and you need to be able to take things more into your own hands. Whereas in this game, I can trust the other members of the Lance to protect a battle mech that doesn't have any close combat capability. So in this case, getting the extra 10 missiles from 2 LRM-20s instead of 2 LRM-15s is definitely worth it. I mean, you've been seeing it in action with the Stalker, which has 2 LRM-20s and 2 LRM-10s, so it launches volleys of 60 missiles. Sometimes you just call that LRM-60 for short, even though that isn't one of the launchers. It's just a shorthand way of saying how many missiles you're firing. But yeah, that's going to be how we're going to do it. What the Catapult is going to do, like, why have the Catapult C4 when we have the Stalker? The Catapult C4 is going to be a companion to the Stalker. Oh, what do we have here? Darius assembles the staff for an emergency meeting. Big Mac has contracted a contagious, potentially fatal disease, likely from a recent shore leave excursion. We need to isolate an entire medbay until he recovers. I've also notified the local man. Big Mac, what are you doing? Like, you're eating expired Big Macs. Like, they've been expired for like a whole year, and you're like, yeah. You know, it's got some funny stuff on it, just throw it on the fryer, you know, yeah. Oh, no one wants it? Fine. I'll demonstrate it personally that there's nothing wrong with this Big Mac, and I'm gonna eat it. Ah! That's, you know, like, because they didn't have the budget to have the whole voice acting there, that's what really happened in this scene. I've also notified the local authorities. They believe we've encountered a local strain of the periphery pox, not to be mistaken with the periphery fox, which is me, the deep periphery fox. And you can provide targeted drugs for 80,000 C-bills, a steep price, not for us. I mean, we are rolling in the C-bill. Well, not rolling, but we have a healthy amount of C-bills. They've been looking for somebody to test their new antivirals on. It'd be 200,000 C-bills to get in on the ground floor, but it'll also give us permanent access to the drug. Sure, we'll do it. $200,000 to invest in antivirals. Big Mac is quarantined in one of the med bays and the antivirals administered. He is soon joined by Lobo. I guess Lobo also wanted a piece of those 1-year-old Big Macs that weren't even at frozen temperature. They weren't even at the required freeze temperature. Fearful rumors of the virus are countered by the story of Sumire's acquisition of antivirals. While those 2 mech warriors will be out of commission for a while, the dangerous time passes quickly, leaving them exhausted but recovering. Big Mac, unavailable for 1 whole month. Lobo, unavailable for half of a month. The company suffers a -3 medical point penalty for 30 days. Oh, we can get a context clue here. Oh, just med bays. You lose some money and morale has decreased by 1. Well, isn't that something? I guess that means that you guys will not be able to participate on this mission in Artru. That's what you get for thinking that expired Big Macs are going to be okay to eat. You get the periphery pox. Not to be mistaken with the periphery fox. Which you have that too. So, now we've detached from the jump ship. Time to get over to Artru. But yeah, so the Stalker will be supplemented by the Catapult C4 in the event we need even more missiles than the Stalker alone is providing. I might even get a second Stalker just to double down on that even further. Okay, before we launch the mission, let's see how our mech bay is looking.
Here in the hole.
Everything looks okay to me. Let's go ahead and launch this mission then. I believe this is the last story mission that I have tried personally, and I know it's a 2-part mission that are kind of back-to-back. So one episode will be the first part, and one episode will be the second part. Travel to Artru to secure and loot Castle Nautilus. Artru is deep inside Directorate territory, right on the Taurian border. We're taking a risk, but Lady Arano is right. The prospect of getting our hands on Star League Defense Force battle mechs is just too juicy to pass up. I'm not going to call them SLDF battle mechs every time. I'm just going to call them Star League mechs, because I'm sure you guys could figure out that I'm talking about the Star League Defense Force and not, like, the Star League in general. Grave robbing in orbit over Artru. There it is. Artru. A more foreboding hunk of ice I've never seen. Well, that's good news. That means we can use our really heat-intensive mechs here. You were born on the system, were you not, Mr. Oliveira? Yes, Lady Arano. I grew up on Nassau Heights, one of the orbital hab stations above the planet's surface. Nobody makes landfall except for the surface mining teams, and they stay only for months-long shifts. Too dangerous for permanent habitation. I remember an old folk story that originated with those mining teams. My father shared it with me when I was young. La Locura, I think it was called. If memory serves, it was about an ill wind that would howl through the canyon, killing engines and scrambling computers, the stuff of nightmares for such an inhospitable world. Yes, Lady Arano, it's a gremlin story, something the miners can blame when they pass out drunk on the headlights running. The Locura killed my engines. I barely got out alive. Not our proudest achievement as a culture, but apparently it gets around. Are there any real threats down there that I need to worry about? Not unless you get out of your battle mech. I would recommend that, by the way. How likely are we to run into the surface miners you were talking about? Don't worry, you won't. Not where you'll be dropping. Surface teams tend to cluster around the rocky outcrops that ring the planet's equator. That's where you'll find the really good stuff. Platinum, ruthenium, and rare exotics. You'll be well clear of the mining zones. So it's not a great vacation spot, I got it. Let's continue on. House Karosas has provided us with 5 supply ships to carry whatever we find on the surface. Captain Grigas of the ARS Delphinus will serve as our point of contact to the fleet. After Dr. Murad's finished interfacing with the castle's computer, she'll pop the doors open and we'll be able to she'll pop the doors and we'll run a threat assessment. Then if everything looks clear, we'll have Samire set you down on the ground. Hey guys, I hate to interrupt, but I've got a sensor blip on my screen. It's a dropship. Can't make out what kind. She's heading for the planet's surface. Looks like her point of origin was Artru's second moon. That's strange. Artru's moons are uninhabited. Is it a Directorate ship? Still too far out to say. At their current rate of speed, it'll be an hour before I can give you a positive ID. I'm gonna say... nothing's ever easy, is it? Why is it never easy? It beats me, Commander, but if I ever come up with an answer, I'll be sure to let you know. Thanks, Mirai. You're really helpful. We can't wait for Farah to open the doors. If we're still in the area when our unexpected guests arrive, we run the risk of leading them right to Castle Nautilus. We're dropping now. I want our mechs on the ground when the doors open. I'll inform Captain Grigas of the change. You can't go down there in person, Kamea. It's certainly not before you're sure it's safe. You're the leader of the restoration. We can't afford to lose you on a salvage operation. I'm not going to say anything. You know, they're adults. This isn't just about the salvage. Not to me. My father spent the last half of his life dreaming of the Argo and her secrets. This is one of those secrets. I will see this through. For him, for myself. Now, it'll take time and expertise to get whatever battle mechs we find in the castle's armory up and running. Lord Karosas has sent us a recovery team, and I want our best mech tech on the ground leading them. That's you, Mr. Vertinen. You'll be riding with me. Yes, I'll go warm up the rumble seat. Rumble seat. An optional secondary passenger seat that can be built into the control area of a battle mech. Rumble seats are positioned away from all control systems and ejection equipment. Those who ride in them have no control over the mech itself and are utterly at the mercy of the mech warrior in the cockpit. I mean, I guess you're not completely at the... You could just be a really annoying backseat driver. You know, the only time I've sat in one of those things was on St. Loris, and I got my arm blown clean off from my trouble. That was when, yeah, that ambush from the Hussars occurred. Here's hoping you don't go 2 for 2. Good luck down there, all. I'll be keeping an eye on you from up here. Okay, looks like we get to pick our battle mech deployment. Let's get everybody out of here. Wish there was like a button, like maybe like right here, just to unequip all. So, Kamea is going in. She has 8 in gunnery, 3 in piloting, 5 in guts, 4 in tactics. That piloting is going to mean she's going to be relatively easy to hit, because piloting, let's compare her to, who has a piloting skill of 10? Oh, it's not going to show us. The higher your piloting, the harder you are to hit, and she's bringing her Kintaro. At least the Kintaro is a pretty heavily armored mech with 880 armor. So we're going to go ahead and bring in an awesome, because it's awesome. We're going to bring in all of our hot mechs, I think, just because... Why not? That means the Marauder's going to come in. I haven't seen the Marauder in a little bit. And... maybe even the Cataphract. It'll be able to withstand the temperature out. The temperature out of the Cataphract could be canceled by the polar atmosphere. Although I kind of want missiles. I want missiles. Stalker's going in. Okay, so let's start assigning people. Somebody with really high gunnery is going to go in. Let's see. Yeah, Mad Cat's been in for a bit. Let's bring in old Lucky Duck. He's going to be piloting the awesome. Let's go send in Lore. We haven't had him. He hasn't had a chance to go in there. Unless I just have terrible memory. And then I'm going to pilot the Cataphract. And I think that's pretty good. Still debating on the Marauder. I might want that Lance command mod in play, but I don't know. I think this is good. Okay, we're gonna drop with this a 3-skull mission. So let's see what we're packing. Kamea has good accuracy, which is fine for the way her mech is set up as a classic. Kintaro has a lot of SRMs, so that high accuracy, hopefully we can hit with the majority of the missiles, because SRMs are pretty good if you can actually hit with the missiles. So, Castle Nautilus is somewhere down there on Artru, buried deep in the ice. Dr. Murad thinks that we'll find an entrance at the coordinates she's provided. We're going to drop, make our way to the entrance, and force our way inside, but we need to do it soon. I want to be finished before our uninvited guests arrive. Make your way to the entrance point. Gain access to Castle Nautilus. Lady Kamea Arano must survive, naturally. So I don't think Lady Kamea Arano has Bulwark, which means she's also going to take more damage in many ways. So we'll have to be a little cautious with her mech. Oh, I should have been reading that. Probably says something. We dropped off successfully. Roger that, Miss Meyer. Dr. Murad, have you had any luck connecting with Castle Nautilus's computer? Already on top of it, Lady Arano. The handshake has been established, and I have command line access. Door control is being a little finicky, though. Work fast, Doc. Riding in this rumble seat is like sitting on a jackhammer in a sauna on the sun. And Lady Arano's piloting is aggressive. Probably because she has a piloting skill of 3. Poor you. Not to worry, though. I think I've found a workaround for the problem. Get walking towards the main doors and I'll have them open by the time you get there. Understood, Doctor. Do whatever you have to do. Lady Arano out.
Reading loud and clear.
Well, let's see what the terrain. So it looks like we just need to go over there. Lots of empty space, though. Let's get a move on, then. I'm gonna have Kamea kind of go onto the flank. And then our 2 support mechs will just kind of follow behind me.
The standard approach isn't working. I'm inputting a valid ID, but for some reason the door won't budge. I think I found a workaround, though. It'll just be another moment.
So rather than go full speed, I'm going to try to keep pace with the team.
I'm moving out.
We have Lady Arano. Oh, and I've got it. Okay, hang on a second. I'm going to try something. Dr. Murad, what'd you just do? The lights are flickering. My screen is dead. Static. Dr. Murad? Mr. Liviera? The whole Argo's gone dark. I'm not picking up a drive signature. Whatever Farah just did, it must have knocked out her engines. Worry about it later. Look at the vents in the rocks. They're spitting out drones.
Be careful of those things. They're armed to the teeth and coming in fast. And there's probably more where they came from.
Okay, so we need to reform our formation. The Awesome needs to get into the front. Kamea's gonna stay somewhat in the back. She is a close combat mech.
I got you. You have my attention.
I'm gonna pass my turn. I probably should have walked instead of ran. Okay, good. It's not gonna matter, it seems. So we have 60-ton vehicles, but these are Star League vehicles, so I have no idea what they are. What I will do is, I'm worried that these two vehicles are going to flank me, so I'm going to go ahead and let them shoot at me on the Stalker. In defense mode.
I'm listening.
I think what we want to do is... okay, our current goal is to destroy the SLDF drones. I don't have any morale, so I think I'm going to I'm just going to allow them to shoot at me without shooting back, just so that we can be in defense mode. SLDF medium drone. Laser AC-5 and some SRMs. That's not too bad. But if there's a medium drone, then there must be a light and a heavy drone.
Standing by.
Let pass on Kamea. Okay, these are bigger ones. These ones are going at... Oh, man, he's got double PPCs and an LRM.
Damage minimal.
Okay, that could be more of a problem.
Yes, boss?
Let's start shooting back. At this guy? Sure, we'll shoot back at this guy.
Locking in all weapon systems.
Okay, good. That was enough to destroy the medium drone.
Vehicle trashed.
Hopefully the heavy drones aren't too strong. Wow, the Cataphract's taking a beating from the combined fire on these drones.
Reading loud and clear.
Let's get a damage report. So my left side I have to start worrying about.
Accelerating to maximum speed.
There's no cover here or anything. There's no, like... Okay, so that heavy drone was out of range, so it had to fire with its...
Follow me to
with its missiles, which is fine. This is how heavy are these drones? Does it tell me? I wish it told me their weight so I could identify the differences between them. That would be nice. Well, we're gonna have Kamea go over here since she is one of the faster mechs. Maybe fire from here? Yeah, that's a pretty clean shot.
confirmed.
Yeah, so they got 2 PPCs and an LRM-10. Nice, nice. The flanking attack on its side armor was
Another
good.
enemy casualty.
Okay, so they're through the something on my left side.
Armor breached. Internal damage.
So I need to head this way, and I need to start tilting a bit. And now I can actually tank up and return fire more effectively.
Engaging.
Oh, that was a slightly off shot.
The directorate
That's
must
fine, though.
fall.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Another medium drone? Okay, no more PPCs, good. I've had enough of those. What are you? Oh no, you're a heavy drone. Let's get in there and light this guy up. hopefully,
Acknowledge, Commander.
this drone is a bit banged up, so hopefully this will be enough to
Now let's see how you handle this.
prevent it from shooting. Good. We'd get its PPCs off.
So much for that little guy.
Enemy detected.
I think we're just going to continue on, because this is where the door is.
Standing by.
And Kamea can finish this one off.
I'll make it happen.
And she's fast enough to catch back up.
Copy that.
And that's good. She gets through the armor.
Reporting one less vehicle.
One of the disadvantages vehicles have is the way their internal structure works is different than how mechs work. When a mech's internal structure fails, that portion of the mech is destroyed, but that's not the case with vehicles. Any part of the vehicle's internal structure fails, and then the whole vehicle just blows up.
Confirmed.
Okay, so it already made its move, which means I might be able to reveal it.
Full throttle.
Confirmed.
And if I can reveal it, that means we can see
Waiting
it.
for orders.
Yup.
And if we can see it,
I'm there.
that means we can at least shoot it with missiles. There's gonna be front armor though. I guess we'll see how strong the front armor is. Not quite strong enough. We can't stay out here in the open. If we don't find cover, we're gonna get swamped. What's the plan? You fall back to find an extraction point. I'm gonna get you the hell out of there. No, we have to push forward to the doors. Our only way out of this is through. Dr. Murad will fix it. Believe it, Lady Urano. She's right, Samire. An outpost castle like Nautilus could bring down a dozen leopards, probably at the same time. If you try to extract us, it'll blow you out of the sky. Damn it. Okay, you're right. Stay alive out there. I'll just keep trying to get Farah on the comms. Do that. For now, we gotta get our heads back in the game. Look over there. The damn castle is activating turrets. Oh, no! Why does it get to shoot first? Oh, thank
Yes,
God.
Commander.
Okay. My cataphract is in serious trouble here. I cannot allow all of those turrets to alpha strike my cataphract. Got an AC-20. Okay. I don't think this is good. This is not enough. Even if all of them hit, it's got just a little bit more than 150. But this will reduce its aim, and maybe we'll shake a hit off. Oh, no! Okay, we're good. There comes the next shot. All of them get to shoot. Oh, that one chose the scanner lock. That one chose the scanner lock.
Enemy sensor lock detected.
They're getting the angle on me.
Oh, great. And now we've got drones from behind, unless it was always there.
Try aiming next time. See what you get.
Nope, it's respawns. We got more drones that just spat out.
Yes, I hear you.
Okay, so we need to... Oh, these ones are fully repaired as well. These are fresh ones. That's not good. Alright, so we can reserve down... Got a medium drone. Shooting the awesome. Okay, so we can make a few moves before the enemy does now.
Tell me. I'm listening.
What are your orders, Skipper?
I need to make sure the left side of my battle mech isn't getting just absolutely shredded. So I'm gonna do this. And I'm gonna split fire between the heavy laser turret in the back and this turret in the front. Okay, so it looks like we don't have any choice. Like the other weapons aren't in range. That's the best we could do.
Engaging multiple targets.
Did decent damage to the armor, and then we should be able to finish off the shredder turret, which we did.
Target destroyed.
Yes, I hear you.
Ready to rock.
How do I want to handle this situation? How's the stalker looking? Looking okay.
Standing by.
What are your
So,
orders, Skipper?
I guess the question is, what do I care more about, the turrets or the vehicles? I mainly care about what I can kill in a single volley of attacks. That's the main
You have
thing
my
I'm
attention.
thinking about at the moment.
I'm on my way.
And we can't fire everything here, obviously. We're running a little too hot. So that's not going to be enough to finish it off, but...
I'll do what's left.
I almost finished it off. We got through a lot of its armor. Yeah, maybe if we were able to use one medium laser, we would have gotten through it, but we're right at the point where we were going to overheat. So, once again, we've got this decision here where I can move forward and begin pelting the LRM, or the turrets. Or I can turn around and begin fighting some of these vehicles. Got a heavy drone here. These guys are really nasty. I believe I am going to... I don't want to be shot in the back. That's the main problem. I don't think it'll have an angle on me if I do this.
And 4.
Maybe if it goes that way it will, but we'll have to spend our morale because, like, we don't have a guy who's our designated guy just, like, tanking the damage for us right now. This is clearly our best shot, so I believe we could save a little ammo here. I'm pretty sure the two LRM-20s will do the job. It did.
Crawler destroyed.
Okay. One hit, one miss. That's fine.
Let's do this.
Alright, now we get another interesting decision here. How much armor does this have left? Okay, if all 3 PPCs hit, we can knock that one out. And I am going to take that because that is, I think that's the most calculated risk we can go for.
Position confirmed.
And with 95%, I'm pretty sure we're going to get it.
Everything I've got.
Okay, so that's a heavy turret down. Heavy turrets have a pretty solid amount of armor. They definitely...
Warning.
They definitely take
Enemy
some effort
interlock
to kill.
detected.
Okay, Kamea getting some hits on her.
I'm taking serious damage.
But her mech is fresh. Okay, this was too close. The PPC has the accuracy issue when firing at a very
Armor
close
off my
range.
back. I'm listening.
Okay, so we're gonna do probably the same thing, except I need to make sure my left side doesn't get hit too much. Like that. Vigilance. We will split fire. Well, I might not split fire. I think I'm just gonna hit this with everything I've got, because it does have an AC-20.
Engaging target.
Good, that's enough to bring it down.
Target destroyed.
Tell me what you need.
Can you stop that vehicle? No, you cannot. Okay, your mech is so heavily overheated that all you can really do is run right now, so you're just going to spend this turn running.
Yup.
And what we're going to do is probably destroy this drone.
Affirmative, Commander.
Vigilance on, since it will probably be taking the hits here. We'll go full volley of LRMs. Wow.
Follow me to victory.
Still enough to get through the armor and destroy the drone. We gotta watch our ammo supply, though. We are firing a lot of missiles right now. Something hit my internal structure, not sure, but it was just a medium laser, so it could have been worse. Let's get a damage report. Yeah, something slipped through and hit my left arm.
Yes, Commander.
Now, the drone hasn't gone yet, so we'll go and shoot the drone, just because there is a possibility that we could kill the drone first.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
We did not, but we hit it 3 times, so it's 15% less accurate. And it missed with everything, so that's fine.
Standing by.
I'm gonna close the distance. And let's go ahead and tank up and destroy this turret.
Engaging target.
Not quite enough to get through it.
Yes, I hear you.
I'm gonna squishinate this vehicle.
Affirmative.
Good. Also gives her a chance to cool her heat sinks off.
Vehicle destroyed.
Ready to rock.
And now we're gonna finish this
Copy
thing
that,
off
Commander.
with one volley of just the LR. It's only got like 17 condition left, so just a little bit of a tap to finish it off.
Tango is trash, Skipper.
You have my attention.
Okay, now we're gonna start running our way over to here because this is our new objective. Yes, static. Lady Urano. Lady Urano, do you read me? Darius, thank the gods. Tell me what's going on up there. Doc Marad must have poked her nose into something she shouldn't have. Everything's going haywire up here. Doc's putting out fires as we speak. XO, listen to me. You tell Doc Marad that if she doesn't get those doors open right now, Lady Urano is dead. We all are. I'm well aware of that, Yang. Working on it now. Just hold out a little longer. I'm working on it.
We've lost contact again. Keep yourselves alive. I'll call out new contacts as I see them.
Oh, he missed with the AC-5, but hit with basically everything else. We need to start kind of falling back.
You got it.
Blow this guy up with... Try to save a little bit of ammo. Well, we actually have a decent bit of ammo, 730.
Here we go.
So we'll fire everything just to absolutely secure the kill.
One more.
We've got to hold out for 4 rounds.
Standing by.
We're going to start running to get into a defensive position over here.
Heads up! You got more of those little bastards coming in from the vents in the rock.
I'll make it happen.
Okay, so now we can start repositioning. My left side is banged up, so I am going to take cover on the left side over here.
Full throttle.
And we'll rearrange our defenses with the Awesome and the Cataphract in the front,
Ready to rock.
and the Stalker in the back. Don't I have a visual on this guy? Oh, no, I don't. I'm the only one. I'm the one who has the visual on it. Interesting. What's my percentages? Ah, I don't care. Let's focus on getting into position.
I got you.
Yeah, they're too slow to be ready to shoot back yet.
Acknowledged.
We have plenty of morale. I'm not afraid to burn a little bit. I was wondering if I could save some morale by not tanking up, but yeah.
Firing. Full complement.
Hey, that was a heavy drone. That means this is the one that needs to move? No, okay, that was the correct one. Okay, good thing we tanked up.
I'm taking it hard out here, Commander.
Reading you loud and clear. Confirmed.
Let's go ahead and see if we can take this guy out.
I'll make it happen.
Great shooting on the SRMs. I mean, she does have pretty high gunnery, though.
Reporting one less vehicle.
Now, if they kind of come one at a time like that, Lady Urano's Kintaro should be able to stay pretty cool. Oh, wait, they're coming in from behind us as well. That's not supposed to... You're not allowed to do that. I am completely opposed to you doing this. I don't think I'll need to take up here just because I'm going to also fire with the with the stalker to finish it off.
I'm rolling.
And I'm only going to fire the 2 LRM 10s just because it's really heavily damaged. Save a little bit of missiles there.
Reporting. One less vehicle.
Commander.
Nothing's in range, so we're just going to get a free tank up using the manual guard, which skips our shooting phase.
I'm taking heavy hits, Commander.
Okay. They don't have line of sight for the PPCs, which is good. That's their main source of damage.
Ha! Got it! Sumire, broadcast this now!
On it.
Oh, he's through our armor. What side?
Internal structure damage.
The right arm. Okay, that's good.
Yeah,
It's the opposite of the other mech, so we are going to go over like this. We'll tank up, and we'll start shooting back at this guy.
Engaging target.
Can't use all my weapons, but I can use I could use my 2 hardest hitting ones with the
I
cataphract.
got you.
Go ahead and send them a bigger message. It barely survives with 3 structure condition. It's so vulnerable that Kamea might be able to finish it just by standing here and
I'll make it happen.
zapping it with her LRM-5. That might do it. Oh, if she didn't hit the exposed side. 1 hit. Nicked my arm again.
Warning. Armor breach.
Waiting for
Internal
order.
damage.
Gonna continue shooting back. We want to hide our right arm, so let's do this. We're generating so little heat right now that we're just gonna fire all 3 of the PPCs.
The Directorate must fall.
Vehicle trashed.
Identifier code accepted. Automated defenses disengaged. Welcome, Argo. Thank the gods for that, Dr. Murad. I need a status report. What the hell is going on up there? I used our code breaker to access a sealed portion of the Nautilus memory core. When I got in, I grabbed up every encrypted file I could find, and I did get the door codes, but I found something else. So hold on a second. This is going to begin the second part of this mission, so we're going to end it here, and that will be the end of this episode, and we'll continue the second half of this story mission next time. At any rate, like this video if it was entertaining, subscribe for future BattleTech content, and of course remember that you don't have to be good to get good.